Hello, time to talk about how to tackle a question such as this, where the units you're dealing with aren't just regular units, they're squared, or what I'm going to show would also work if it was cubic units. Now, the big thing to remember when it comes to questions like this is that while this relationship holds up for 1.61 kilometers is roughly a mile, when it comes to converting from doing what this one is, which is convert the area of the city of Stanton from square miles to square kilometers, this relationship doesn't hold up anymore, which is to say, yes, 1 mile is 1.61 kilometers, but 1 square mile is not 1.61 square kilometers. We need to calculate what it is, because there's nothing on reference sheet anywhere that tells you this. So, let's look at how we're going to do that. So we're going to convert the area of Stanton from square miles to square kilometers. For those of you who don't know, by the way, Stanton is a city right next to Garden Grove along Beach Boulevard. But anyway, let's do as we always do, focus on units. Okay, and remember, when you set these questions up, focus on units first. So looking at what I have, I'm given miles. And then I need to multiply by some factor that's going to be some version of this. And then I wind up with the final answer in square kilometers. So, oops, I forgot to make that square miles. But anyway, final answer will be some number of square kilometers. Okay, so if I'm given a number of square miles to start with, I need to use a conversion factor between these two things that cancels out square miles, so I put square miles at the bottom, and gives me square kilometers at the end. Okay, except 1 square mile is not 1.61 square kilometers. I need to figure out what that is. So, here we go. Let's do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by writing down the equality that I know for these units, which is, okay, I'm going to use this form down here. I'm going to say 1.61 kilometers is 1 square mile. Is 1 mile, sorry, not 1 square mile, not just yet. But at any rate, notice how I've followed the same pattern for here is here, where kilometers on top, mile on the bottom. I can do that. 1 mile is 1.61 kilometers. The equivalency holds up. Now, here's what I'm going to do. Since I need the relationship between square miles and square kilometers, I'm going to square the entire thing. Well, you have to distribute this, so that means 1.61 squared, kilometer squared, 1 squared, mile squared, as in 1.61 squared, kilometers squared, over 1 squared times miles squared. Okay, when I simplify that, 1.61 squared, that would be, let's see, okay, number that looks like that. That's a lot of significant figures, but even though I should probably round to 3, I'll wait until the end for my rounding. So I'll have more than 3 sig figs just to avoid rounding errors. Perhaps I'll call it 2.5921, just as it says on the calculator. 2.5921 kilometers squared. Right? See how this came from here? 1 squared is just 1, and then mile squared. So now I've got 1 square mile is 2.5921 square kilometers. This is something that I can now put here. Okay, 2.5921 square kilometers is 1 square mile, and I'm starting with Stanton being 3.150 square miles, so 3.150 square miles. Well, here we go. Into the calculator it goes. 3.150 times 2.5921 is that many square kilometers. Now, since this is 4 significant figures, and this came from this, which had 3 significant figures, well, my final answer can't have more than 3 significant figures. So, 8.17 square kilometers it is. That should take care of it.